Well, more people are choosing to move to the Rocket City and more developments are underway. Our Sedona Meadows tells us about some local organizations who are concerned there aren't enough affordable places to live.
I'm sure that you're seeing new apartment buildings and houses being built all around Huntsville, but some local organizations say that there isn't enough affordable housing for those with lower incomes.
It is a crisis in the Huntsville metropolitan area, Madison, Limestone County, for affordable housing for low to very low income families. There's a serious lack of it.
They're worried. They're receiving notices from their landlords stating that their rent is going to double in a couple of months, and they're panicking.
Both Jeremy Folks, the executive director of Habitat for Humanity of the River Valley, and Sherry McFerrin, the housing director of Huntsville's Family Services Center, say they've seen a growing need for affordable housing here in the community.
We have a lot of families that call us, and what they're doing is they're couch surfing. They're breaking their families apart.
Currently, Habitat for Humanity of the River Valley has 555 Madison County families on the waiting list for a Habitat home, where they're currently averaging building 10 homes a year. And just as Folks mentions rent prices have gone up, so has the cost to build these Habitat homes.
For a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home next year, or this next fiscal year starting in July, is just under $140,000. This past year, we were budgeting at $110,000.
McFerrin encourages people to reach out to the Family Services Center as a resource.
When I do my one-on-ones with them, is stress the importance of credit, stress the importance of fixing whatever it is you need to fix in the time that you do have.
Folks also encourages families in need to reach out to the Habitat for Humanity of the River Valley and hopes Huntsville businesses, contractors, and other organizations come together to help with this issue.
What we need, though, is continued community support, more people coming together and getting behind this effort. We need more advocacy on this issue, both on a local, state, and federal level for the need for affordable housing.
We'll have more on this story coming up later this week. In Huntsville, Sedona Meadows, Fox 54 News.
We've learned some local organizations say Huntsville lacks affordable housing. Our Sedona Meadows breaks down ways these organizations are working to address this issue.
Organizations in the community like Habitat for Humanity of the River Valley, First Stop, and Family Services Center say there's a great need for affordable housing in Huntsville, and they want people to know that they're a resource to help.
I am counseling many more people who just don't have enough money to make ends meet and are trying to figure out, where do I go from here?
We have 3 things here that we are really proud that Habitat can provide. The first is working with families that are in need. Second is bringing communities together. But third is providing that opportunity for hope.
We have a day center where folks can come and visit us for day services, meals, showers, laundry. But the heart of what we do is through case management, which is really intensive one-on-one work with an individual. Let's look at where you are today and how do we help you and support you to get to where you're able to really live on your own and just thrive independently.
As these local organizations agree providing more affordable housing takes time, they work with the city to help address this issue.
We have a great relationship with the Community Development Office for the City of Huntsville. We're getting ready to start probably 4 to 5 homes with them here very soon.
The city is on board and helping us with the homeownership program. They hold the money from the Fed, and we go out and identify blighted, units and in neighborhoods where we're trying to revitalize. And if at all possible, we acquire that location or that lot and knock that house down if there was a house on it, or build a new one and offer that at an affordable price to buyers in our community.
They're revitalizing and reinvesting in some of the public housing that will really be suited for the clients that we serve.
Huntsville Family Services Center will be hosting a free training for first-time home buyers this Saturday at the Huntsville Main Library from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to talk all things budgeting, building credit, and what it means to be a homeowner. In Huntsville, Sedona Meadows, Fox 54 News.
All right, so Huntsville is keeping up with the trend of adding mixed-use living to growing neighborhoods. But what the people want is affordability, and the city is looking for a way to do so.
Affordability for housing is an issue nationwide. I'm not sure any city has found a solution, right?
The struggle to find affordable living is not just a problem felt in the Rocket City.
I mean, everybody's looking at it a little different. I think one of the growing trends that you're seeing across the U.S. that's having some impact is allowing a higher density bonus count.
Density bonus is often granted to buildings that accommodate a fair share of affordable units for working families. It encourages the production of affordable housing by allowing developers to build more units than would ordinarily be allowed due to the underlying zoning code.
So, if zoning, for instance, for a tract of land, let's say, would allow a 400-unit multifamily complex, we may give you a 20% bonus in density, so you can add, another 80 units, but those have to meet certain thresholds of affordability.
But who would qualify?
The affordability unit's based on income, so you would come in, show proof of your income, and you would qualify for that rate. So you would have mixed income, if you will, in that complex.
Like all plans, it takes a lot to get started, but the city is working through all possible solutions.
So we're looking at options like that and different options too. City's certainly not in the real estate business trying to drive, private industry and private market equity groups and what they do. But we also care about our citizens, and affordability is a key topic we're going through right now.
For Fox 54 News, I'm Ken McCoy. We know the city is working hard to explore all options for affordable housing as more mixed-use living is added to the city.
City's certainly not in the real estate business trying to drive, private industry and private market equity groups and what they do. But we also care about our citizens, and affordability is a key topic we're going through right now.
But until then, what is the reality of affordable housing here in the Rocket City?
We're seeing a lot of people who traditionally wouldn't apply for public housing apply. We have close to 600 people who are on the public housing waiting list, and close to 400 people who are on our Section 8 waiting list.
And that demand can put a strain on the market.
The hurdles we have is that we are 98% occupied most of the time, so there's very limited stock available for those who may apply, which can cause frustration in the marketplace because people don't have a place to stay.
McGinnis shares that rising developments aren't the issue. In fact, some developers are willing to help.
What we've seen that worked is that we partner with people who specifically come in to create affordable housing options for individuals. So I'm excited that there are developers out there who are in that space.
Which could make the reality of a density bonus work.
So, if zoning, for instance, for a tract of land, let's say, would allow a 400-unit multifamily complex, we may give you a 20% bonus in density, so you can add, another 80 units, but those have to meet certain thresholds of affordability. The affordability unit's based on income, so you would come in, show proof of your income, and you would qualify for that rate.
But in the meantime,
I would just tell people that you might have to rent something that's less desirable for a period of time if you are really needing immediate housing, or you can just continue to be patient, and hopefully we'll see a trend in the other direction.
For Fox 54 News, I'm Ken McCoy.
We've seen an influx of apartments under construction in the Rocket City, and some of you have concerns when it comes to infrastructure and affordability. Our Ken McCoy hears from Councilman Bill Kling.
According to Rent Cafe, by the end of the year, Huntsville is projected to open 2,100 apartments here in the city, leaving many of the residents asking the simple question, why?
Well, I think there certainly an overabundance of apartments being built.
And Councilman Bill Kling sees both the negative and the positive in this influx.
I do think, for example, that the Stella complex is excessively large, and that is actually going to impact traffic in the downtown area. Now, there's a development that's gone into the Low Mill neighborhood, and I think that's actually helped taking a vacant lot that's been sitting there for a long period of time, and it's put up a good investment in that neighborhood.
According to Rent Cafe, Huntsville opened 3,859 new apartments for renters between 2020 and 2022, distributed almost equally between Madison and the city of Huntsville. And many residents aren't happy. Users took to Facebook to voice their frustrations. One user said, "How many apartments could we possibly need in this area? Half of the apartments sit empty for the longest because they're too high." Another user shared, "I would support it if there were some affordable options. $1,400 for a one-bedroom apartment is outrageous. It may be Rocket City, but we're not all rocket scientists." Many also voiced their concern over affordable housing, which Shane Davis says the city is working on.
City's certainly not in the real estate business trying to drive, private industry and private market equity groups and what they do, but we also care about our citizens, and affordability is a key topic we're going through right now.
The local real estate market has continue to grow and get more expensive. And a lot of people who are in apartments now find that they're literally being priced out of Huntsville.
But the influx may come in handy.
We are being overbuilt, but again, it's private money. Huntsville has a great future. Possibly Space Command will still be coming here, so there could be some catching up in that cycle.
For Fox 54 News, I'm Ken McCoy.
Close to 2,000 apartment units have been completed here in Huntsville in the last 3 years, but filling those units have become a task. And with talks of affordable housing, there could be a solution. Our Ken McCoy spoke with Councilman Bill Kling on his idea.
Mill Creek is just one project on the table looking to address the need of affordable housing. But according to one city councilman, all options need to be explored.
The purpose, as I said, is to transform, redevelop an area into a mixed-use, mixed-income community.
The Mill Creek project, if approved, will be an investment for the city.
All right, so the investment is investment in Huntsville, so the investment in the core of Huntsville. So the architecture will look like any other new development in town. The architecture is important to make sure it is sustainable for the long term, because I said this will bring all income levels and all use levels.
But with any new project, there are a few things to consider.
And I would ask is, look at the numbers of the apartment complexes that we have all over the city.
There are several newly constructed properties all over Huntsville, and there seems to be a lack of occupancy. But there could be a way to fill those spaces and get people into affordable housing without waiting for Mill Creek to be built.
And a question I would ask, with all these thousands and thousands of apartments, are there an overwhelming number of vacancies that would benefit by having people have vouchers to live in these apartments versus spending, tens of millions of dollars of building a new building?
Using these vouchers to fill up space will help keep money for other projects.
To make sure we're spending the city tax money the best that we can. The more capital money that goes into these types of projects is going to be the lesser money that we could use for things like new roads that we still need.
But Kling says he's not at all opposed to the building of Mill Creek.
All I would say is that this is something I think we need to look into. I haven't come out and made a decision that I'm opposed to construction. It's just that I want to find out answers to all the questions, because again, we're talking about a lot of money.
For Fox 54 News, I'm Ken McCoy.